business intelligence tools have come in and given a variety of good and bad results over the years. And really what's happened is there's kind of two elements to business intelligence. One, the actual development of the reports, which Excel people do very well, but also the development of the system and actually building the logic of the system. What we've seen, though, is that really when these other business intelligence tools come in, like the mega vendors or lots of other micro vendors who are selling business intelligence tools, the end user can build the reports, but they can't develop the system and the complexity in the system themselves. So that leads to a divide, and it leads to a lack of quality business intelligence systems at the end of the day. The difference with TM1, Cognos TM1, is that the users can actually own the whole system themselves, develop the system themselves, and build the reports themselves. So they build it from the top, and they can build it from the bottom as well. And that's what happens in Excel world, is they build their reports in the top, and they build the complexity in the bottom as well. The only problem about Excel is, as soon as you reach a certain level of complexity in your business, it starts to fall apart. That's why a Cognos TM1 is the tool that replaces that, and will continue to replace it into the future.
So I think what's really interesting now about business intelligence is that it's kind of rediscovering the spreadsheet as a business intelligence tool and making it better, and being able to extend that same kind of interactive, collaborative kind of development that happens in a spreadsheet and take that to I guess a much bigger level and much more enterprise level to be able to leverage that kind of interaction. Our clients, especially with the use of the Cognos TM1 product, this is a product that's kind of grown up in the mid-market. And the companies that really embrace that, like Lauria Jeans, they get so much out of it. So they've been able to completely replace all of their spreadsheet processing with a Cognos Express solution, and they were able to do it in several weeks. And it can completely transition and transform their business.
Where we are going in the future is we will go to phase 2 of business intelligence, and that is where operational plans are feeding through into financial plans, and that's making a massive difference. It means there's a lack of duplication of your data around the organization, and there's a real-time effect of what is going on in the organization fiscally if we're changing operational plans. The only way you can really get to phase 2 is with good business intelligence tools, which allow you to get to that ownership of the system and allow you to bring through in almost real time the results of where your organization sits. An example of that might be Anvil Mining, who were affected deeply by the global financial crisis. And what they did was they built a model with our help to change their operational plans, and they could scenario up and they could see their cash position, which was absolutely critical during the financial crisis. And they could scenario that with the CFO in the room right there and then. They could change different operational physicals, as they call them in the mining world, and you could see the effect of that in a cash position. And that was critical for them to be able to work their way out of the crisis. So that's a kind of, they reached phase 2, is what we like to call it. Yeah. And the only way you can really get to phase 2 is with good business intelligence tools, which allow you to get to that ownership of the system and allow you to bring through in almost real time the results of where your organization sits.